Hey everyone, got a battle for you. I know it's been a long while since I've tossed up a battle, but I've got a great battle here against a guy named Liger. He was challenging my Poison Gym on Gaia Online's Elemental League. So let's get into this battle. He leads off with something I don't expect, his Duskmoor. So I'm just gonna straight up taunt that bitch here with my Claw Glip. Super Mario 2 reference for those of you who don't get it. And I end up taunting this Porygon 2 instead, which I would find out later was very, very helpful at this point in time. So I figure I can take this thing, right? I can take what it throws out, because it got an attack boost, not a special attack boost. And I'm right, so I'm just setting up my Toxic Spikes like a boss here. And he brings in Gliscor, which is pretty much my counter. But I figure I'm going to stick around for this. I'm going to taunt it up, just so it doesn't do the whole substitute protect thing. And then I see Bulldoze. I'm like, what the fuck is this Gliscor on about? I've never seen a Gliscor use Bulldoze. But I'm like, okay, I took that well. I'm just going to Whirlwind this fucker out. I don't know what it's trying to pull on me, but Whirlwind's negative priority, so speed doesn't matter. And I eliminate my own fucking Toxic Spikes by blowing in this Tentacruel. So, these entire few first turns have just been a waste. I go ahead, take this opportunity to switch in my frog, Politoed, get the rain going, because I know what's coming. Scald. Scald, scald, scald. Either that or Toxic Spikes, right? So he gets the first turn burn, and I'm like, fuck. But little did I know that would just be the beginning of the hacks in this match, y'all. Obviously Scald ain't gonna affect Slippy here. Like a boss, Slippy's gonna sub on up. I was expecting Gliscor to come in here, but I'll sit here and watch a Duskmoor all day long. Or so I thought. I'm just gonna bulk up, because I'm like, what's this Duskmoor gonna do to me? And now I see the Gliscor that I was expecting earlier. So, seeing the Bulldoze earlier, I'm thinking this is kind of a gimmicky set, not an attack set, because I'm just like, I took that really well earlier. And so, here I am taking a Bulldoze. It doesn't even break my substitute after one bulk up, so what the hell is up with that? I just continue to bulk on up. I figure I'm just going to go to town on this Gliscor here if it just keeps letting me bulk up. I'm thinking maybe it's locked in on that. Maybe it's some weird Choice Scarf set or something, but it doesn't outspeed me either. And then I see Hone Claws, and I'm like, wait a second, motherfucker. You're up to no good. And so this is, I think, no, I still bulk up. What the fuck was I thinking? I don't know. I should have gone on the offensive as soon as I saw that first Home Claws, because that's where I know. And then I see the agility, and I'm like, fuck, here comes the baton pass. Here it comes, because it's coming. So, now that this thing's got the agility, it's going to take a moment here. I'm going to Sucker Punch, because I know there's something else with this bulldozing that's slowing me down intentionally. And I should have maybe tossed up another sub, but it wouldn't have really mattered anyways, just because this thing's about to baton pass out, and I'm in for a shit ton of hurt if I can't stop whatever it is it baton passes in. I was expecting like the Rhyperior to just run town on my entire team with Earthquake or something, but he brings back the Duskmoor, and I'm like, what is this shit? And then I realized, duh, Will-O-Wisp. And since the agility got passed over, now I've got a burned Toxicroak. But I'm a stubborn asshole, so I'm gonna leave my Toxicroak in. I've got like 3 bulk ups going already. He tries for the plain spit. But yeah, that's what he tries for. But I don't think he realizes that doesn't work through substitute, people. Moves like that just don't do it. So, he goes for the Shadow Sneak. I go for a Sucker Punch, because, you know, priority and effective against Ghost, but due to that fucking agility, Sucker Punch can't get in fast enough, so I'm gonna have to switch out and just lose all my buffs, and I got a burn Toxicroak, so I'm sitting here going, fuck. I was planning on Toxicroak running town, but that didn't come to fruition. I figure I'm gonna take my shot on this fucking Duskmoor, get a crunch in before it burns me, which I do, and then I'm just gonna start setting up Toxic Spikes again. Pretty much waiting to die off, and it doesn't kill me off, so switches in Rhyperior, and I'm sitting here going, the fuck? Maybe this thing will kill me off. Okay, so kill me off, dude. I'm just gonna keep setting up toxic spikes. But no, he switches again, and I'm just like, are you just trying to let me get all the toxic spikes? I understand the absorbing the first, and so because of that, I see that he's afraid of the toxic spikes. So at this time, I switch in my specific Poison Rain team anti-spinner. And I've got this guy especially around for this motherfucker. Tentacruel takes a thunder to the face, paralysis, yay! But here comes the hacks again. I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh! It brought me down to my sash! Oh, it fucking burned me! So, sash is useless, and I just lost my spin blocker. So I have to go in with my Kingpin, basically threaten the Tentacruel out. Which I'm glad I did, because it was this fucker right here that I was trying to poison. Because Porygon 2 is a defensive nightmare. For those of you that haven't faced one yet, Eviolite, Porygon 2, its defenses are through the roof. I see the Earth Power, combined with the poison damage, gets it back down to about half. But I switch out because I want to save Kingpin for later. Expecting some kind of like tri-attack or something like before, right? The Trick Room goes up, and I'm going fuck. Because now I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do to this thing. It starts the tri-attack, which I was expecting earlier. I contemplated going for a Drain Punch right there on the spot, but with being burned already, I figured it's not going to do much damage. So I should have anyways, seeing the damage after the fact, but it still wouldn't have saved me. Look at this Sucker Punch. It does like a sliver of damage. I'm just trying to wear this thing down enough to where I can kill it off. But I still don't kill it off, and I know the recover's coming. So it's this point that I decide to switch back in Politoed, because Choice Specs Modest Politoed wrecks shit in the rain. Watch the Hydro Pumps, baby. One Hydro Pump, down goes Porygon 2. I was expecting to recover, fuck recover, you're gone. Tyranitar comes in to switch off the rain. This guy knows what he's doing. He's like, oh fuck, I ain't gonna get swept by no Hydro Pump. So I switch out just to get the weather switch here. And then I see another thing that lets me figure out, oh hey, this is going to be an offensive Tyranitar instead of defensive, so I got a chance here. Because Earthquake, you don't see that on like stall builds or defensive builds. Usually when you see an off-stab move, because Tyranitar is rock and dark, you'll see Stone Edge, you'll see Crunch. If you see an off-stab move, it's usually coverage of some sort to help it sweep. So I Hydro Pump. Look at that Tentacruel take the fucking Hydro Pump. Specially defensive Tentacruel ain't got shit on it. And now that I've seen that this Tyranitar is more of an offensive build, I'm going to try for another Hydro Pump. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Because the Trick Room has worn off, and now I'm ready to run town. So Tyranitar is down. Tentacruel is down. What else you got? What else you got? You got a Dusknoir? Guess what? Hydro Pump for you too. All the Hydro Pumps. And like I said, Frog is just run and train. Just run and train on this team because it's very weak to water. And at this point I'm like, I got this in the bag, but one more Hydro Pump, I would have figured Gliscor would outspeed me. But I guess because it is a bulky kind of agility weird set going on there, it doesn't have the speed for it. But Kingpin here is my boss. Kingpin with Life Orb and Sheer Force wrecks shit. Everything on this team wrecks shit, I guess. That's what I'm trying to get at, though. Earth Power takes out the Rhyperior, and that's a good game right there. So, hope y'all enjoyed that, and I'm cutting out to another screen here. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, but yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Bring on all your Earthquakers and everything to my Poison Gym. I got several gyms on Gaia. Thank you, Liger, for the great battle, dude. And fuck the hacks, and that's it. I'll talk to y'all later.